going on, everyone? Daniel here, and welcome to my WWE Live house show review for July 8th, 2017. They were in my city, so I usually don't review house shows or dark matches or anything like that, but since I was there and from my perspective and I had really amazing seats, I want to kind of just give you my thoughts on the show. I know that there should be footage out there somewhere for certain parts, but the night before, AJ Styles ended up winning the United States Championship at Madison Square Garden, which was very exciting. So that means I live in South Texas, and coming from New York and flying all the way down the next day for South Texas, man, that's really awesome. So it's cool that we were right after Madison Square Garden, so I'm happy about that. Sadly, when they come to my city, it's usually always on TV, but it's been a while since they've just done a dark show or match or house show. It's been a very long time since they've done that, and I was kind of sad, but at the same time, whatever. It's more personal, it's more up close, they could be more silly, they could be more fun, and all of, it wasn't Raw, it was SmackDown Live, but they called it the SummerSlam Heat Wave Tour, which it had nothing to do with SummerSlam whatsoever. So anyway, let's go ahead and I'm going to go through the matches. There's going to be cuts in between, but I just want to give you kind of my thoughts, real quick thoughts on each match. So we started the night off with Shinsuke Nakamura versus Dolph Ziggler, and Shinsuke ended up winning after a match that was about 8 minutes, 10 minutes long. It felt like that. It may have been 15 minutes actually, but it really felt like an 8-minute match. And it was the best match out of the night. The first match of the night was the best match out of the night, which is something that usually doesn't happen very often. I did not expect Shinsuke to come out right away. You would think he'd come out near the tail end of the show, but nope, he came out. The crowd was loving him. I was hyped, and the hype rules were there later on in the night. Dolph Ziggler, man, they put on a show. They really did. It was very slow in the beginning. The first 5 minutes was kind of a downer, and everyone was kind of then just sitting there and looking at these guys both kind of one hit and then the next hit, and then this guy's down for a while and then he's down and then they're back. It was a very slow paced match until the end where they really got at it with the kicks, and something fell out of Dolph Ziggler's mouth. I don't know what that was. It looked like it was a tooth. It looked like it was a damn tooth. I don't know if it was an earpiece or something like that, because I saw you, referee. I saw the referee go to the corner, and he's acting all regular, and he kneels down and grabs it, just like if they dropped like it wasn't a blade, but if they dropped one of those blading things, and then the referee goes and picks it up without anyone knowing, like he pretends, he acts and he picks it up. So I saw you, referee. Probably like a few minutes after I upload this, WWE people are going to be coming and being like, "What did you see?" Guns. So anyway, just like the government and stuff, it's like, delete it now, delete. They don't want it out there. So I don't know what he picked up. Anyway, that's not the important thing. It was a really awesome match. It was my favorite match out of the night. Shinsuke again does a lot of awesome moves, and I've kind of criticized before in the past that he's kind of really slow, and I get it. The many years of the other wrestling before coming to WWE and his style, and he does his own style, and that's cool, and he does it well, and plus his little seizures that he does, it's always cool to see, and he reacted well to the city, and the crowd loved him, which I'm very happy for. So I'm hoping he enjoyed his time here in South Texas. After that, we had Rusev versus Sin Cara. Now, I was very surprised to see Rusev there, of course, because I'm used to seeing him on Raw, and I know they did the brand split and everything. So, Rusev match guy, I'm so excited. Rusev comes out, I see his new look, and I'm like, okay, he looks like he didn't want to be there. It's like he came in, he fought, he came out, and he fought against Sin Cara, and he totally brutalized Sin Cara. It was like not even a 5-minute match. And Rusev ends up, he wins, and he walks out, doesn't pay attention to anyone else, and then Sin Cara, of course, with the South Texas love and the lucha and everything, everyone's like, "Thank you, Sin Cara," And he got a lot of love from the crowd, of course, since he's not a heel at the moment. But I heard he was a douche. I don't know the guy personally, but I've heard things about him. So I was more for Rusev just because, hey, you know, Rusev Machka, Rusev Crush. So anyway, it wasn't the best match out of the night. It was predictable. You could tell Rusev was going to end up kicking Sin Cara's ass because, I don't know, when Sin Cara was walking up the ramp, I was like, so how does it feel to be a jobber? No one heard me, of course, but still. How does it feel to be a jobber, Sin Cara? After that quick match that no one asked for, we had Aiden English come out. And again, Simon Gotch got released from WWE like a few months ago. And I hated the Vaudevillains. I thought they had potential to be something else than the Vaudevillains. But I always enjoyed Aiden English. And he comes out and he starts singing. And I mean, he has the voice of an angel. The voice of a champion is what he has. So he comes and sings. And then it's a tag team match. So he has one of the guys... Primo, or he looks like Carlito's younger brother. I just don't know his name, but I've seen him many times. He's a fucking jobber. No one cares about him. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that, but nobody cares when you come out, sort of thing. I'm not the one who writes your character. You could have had the potential. Maybe you do in the future. I don't know. Anyway, he comes out, and then the American Alpha, you know, they end up fighting American Alpha. Who do you think's going to win in this situation? You think Aiden English is going to win? No. Again, it's predictable. They have face win, heel win, face win, heel win, face win, heel win. It was very predictable in a sense, but it was still enjoyable. Don't get me wrong, it's a very enjoyable night still. Because still with the seats and the actual being there and the vibe, and you're into it and you feel every single punch, you feel every single landing on the mat. So American Alpha ended up winning, and this match was better than the Rusev and Sin Cara one. Again, Aiden English came and serenaded the Bank Center with his voice. I didn't notice Primo guy doing much. I really didn't. Aiden English had a few cool moves, and then American Alpha are the ones that really took the show and did a lot of the more athletic jumpings and all that stuff where you're like, ooh, ah, you know, that type of thing. So anyway, American Alpha ended up kicking ass there. So, if I had to rate the stuff like out of the night wise, out of fun and the energy and the actual match itself, out of a 5 out of 5, the Shinsuke and Dolph would be 5 out of 5 because it's the best match out of the night. Rusev and Sin Cara could be a 1 out of 5. Just because I don't remember anything from the fight. I really don't. All I remember is Rusev doing a submission move, and then 2 seconds later, Sin Cara taps out. That's what I remember from that. And then with this match, I give it about a 3 out of 5. It was okay with that. Like, it was the okay vibe because you're kind of like, can we get to somebody better? Can we get to the next match, guys? But still, it was still a fun time with American Alpha. Now, after that, we had a championship match. And as you know, besides the United States and Madison Square Garden thing, when it's a dark show or dark match, house show, you know the title's not going to change very rarely with AJ Styles the night beforehand. So we have Jinder Mahal, the WWE champion, fight Sami Zayn. Now, this match was awesome, in a sense. Not as awesome as Shinsuke and Dolph, but it was awesome to see, you know, Sami, who is one of the best guys on the roster today, come out, and the crowd's popping. Everybody loves Sami. He's loving the crowd. He's very happy. He's very energetic. He's laughing. He's messing around with people. And Jinder is, you know, just I think the part I don't remember, my friend Andres, because some drunk guy was like, USA, USA, but while both of them were fighting, and it's a sense where Sammy's not even from the USA either, so what are you saying USA for? I don't understand. And I just looked it up last night, technically, not from Puerto Rico, but technically Jinder Mahal's from Canada. He was born in Canada. So, like, they're both Canadians. I don't understand why, like, I don't, unless that's wrong. That's probably wrong. I don't know. Wikipedia, what? I don't trust Wikipedia. I don't understand. Anyway, who's from the U.S. in the ring? Nobody. So why are you saying USA? I don't understand. Stop it. All right. So Jinder Mahal wins. I think we all knew that because the brothers, the two Indian brothers, ended up blah 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 cheating. Predictable, but it was still an entertaining match at most. Mahal, that steroid-looking motherfucker, he did fine. Sammy was the one that, of course, was doing the high flying and getting most pops from the crowd. I don't remember super much from the match. Like, I can't remember a certain moment. Maybe later I'll remember it. But again, I just remember a few pops with Sammy jumping over the rope and mostly just stuff like that, honestly. I don't remember vividly seeing moves that I remember. But I know Jinder ended up... What is it? I just know there was a lot of booing for Jinder. A lot of it, and a lot of people getting up and almost... It felt like people were going to start a riot. It felt like that because everyone was getting up and going to the rails and being like, "You suck, Jinder!" And I mean, everyone was standing up in a sort of way, and I'm sitting down. I'm like, "What are you guys doing? Just sit down." I don't. You guys are too much into this character. Calm down. Just because, I honestly, maybe because he's a jackass is what Randy Orton said, but honestly, I don't know why everyone hates Jinder Mahal for a certain reason. Honestly, what's the main reason why people hate Jinder Mahal? I'm happy he got the push, though. My name is Jinder Mahal. I could do this voice better last time. Anyway, out of the match, I'd give it a 3 out of 5 as well. Again, I really think Sammy deserves the championship, though. And him actually getting a title shot, it's really cool. I want to see more Sammy. And hopefully one day he actually does win the WWE Championship. That'd be cool. So after Jinder Mahal defeated Sami Zayn, they went into an intermission for about 15 minutes. And then when they came back, we had the New Day versus... It was a triple tag team match. It was New Day versus the Usos. And it was for the tag team championship, which obviously it ain't going to change at a Dark Show again. So who else was it? It was... Oh, the Hype Bros. Yeah. Woo, woo, woo. God. I love Zack Ryder, but it still sounds so weird to say woo, woo, woo. New Day had a lot of hype, had a lot of pops. The kids were loving them, of course, because down here in South Texas, 90% of the population is damn kids. I heard somebody was saying something of Paige to Xavier Woods. They were chanting something Paige. I'm like, you guys, he's never gonna want to come back. I'm pretty sure he gets it a lot though. Embrace it, man. You fuck Paige. Like, embrace that. I don't know why. Just embrace it. We've all been on the same page, if you know what I mean. So with that, the Usos won. It still was a very fun match. I think Mojo Rawley, again, gets the biggest pops here in my town. I don't know why Mojo... I mean, he's cool and annoying at the same time, but I don't know why he gets the biggest pops. I don't know why. So, he did this drum and clap thingy going on, and that really was the best part of the match. It had some cool moments in there. A lot of jumping around, a lot of athletic stuff. I didn't notice Zack Ryder doing much. The Usos had a lot of fun, cool moments too. They were laughing a lot, breaking kind of character in a sense. And then New Day, of course, had some cool moments as well. I think this is my first time seeing the New Day in person. Like Biggie and Xavier Woods. It may be my first time. I feel like this is my first time actually seeing them as the New Day live. So, anyway, Usos ended up winning. out of it, I say it was still a 3 out of 5. It was pretty fun. And I don't know, it feels different because they're not matches like usually when you see a match, like even at a pay-per-view, you're like, that's like a SmackDown Live match. It just feels like it's a regular SmackDown Live. It doesn't feel pay-per-view worthy. But with this, it feels different as a Dark Show match. It doesn't feel like a SmackDown Live TV match. It just feels like a wrestling match. I don't know why. None of these matches last night felt like it would have been on live television. It felt like it's just its own thing, even better than the live television. But that, again, that's just from my experience being there. Which this is like my 10th time, 11th time being at a WWE show. So, yeah, somewhere around there, the double digits now. Now, while Shinsuke may have had the best match out of the night, the most passionate part of the night, the most fun, no, I wouldn't say most fun, but the most hypnotizing match out of the night, of course, you can't forget about the women wrestlers, women superstars, divas, whatever you want to call them, fucking humans, they're humans, right? They're just like you and me, except better and genetically superior. So we had it was just a 3-on-3 women's match. So they were two tag teams basically, 3 one side, 3 the other side. We had Naomi come out, which she freaking popped, dude. I love the way her belt glows, and then it's more better dark because there's less light, and you could I don't know. It fills that part of the room up, and I'm very excited for that. She really was awesome in her entrance. And then my favorite, Becky Lynch. Becky Lynch ends up coming out. I think this is my second time seeing Becky Lynch live. And I'm like, can we just have you out here for 2 hours? Can you just fight for 2 hours out here, guys? Just stay out here. Because that's the reason. I mean, I would have gone anyway, but one of the reasons why I wanted to get those seats and all of these because Becky Lynch, she's a badass. And Charlotte, dude, I'm so happy. I mean, they broke character so much. I know it's not on live television, so they could be more. They're best friends in real life, obviously. So they were just messing around in the ring while they were fighting. I was noticing that they were just. I don't know. They were messing around. There was a part where Charlotte. Oh, they're fighting Carmella. That Nia Jax looking girl, Tamina, and Natalia. So there's a part where Charlotte jumps over the rope, and I think it's Carmella, or no, it's Natalia, and like she kicks Charlotte, but she's just laughing because she's messing around. I noticed that. I was like, Charlotte's not taking this serious, and that's fun to see because unless she's been doing that on SmackDown lately on TV of her messing around. They really were just like out there having fun, and like Becky was doing a dinosaur arm thing, like against like while the other people were coming to the ring, and she was like looking around, like they were just like, I was like, Becky wasn't like this back in January on SmackDown Live. She wasn't. She really didn't. She only went to the people around the crowd really, but she noticed more people this time and looked at the crowd and took in the crowd. So. It was a better experience there. Anyway, obviously, Charlotte, Becky, and Naomi ended up winning. Carmella, Natalia, and that Nia Jax looking girl, Tamina. Yeah, y'all end up being jobbers. That's pretty obvious. So, a 4 out of 5 from that match. And last but not least, on to our main event. It is for the United States Championship. We have our new United States Champion, the phenomenal one, the soccer mom haircut looking bitch, AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin and Kevin Owens. Kevin Steen. So they end up coming out, man. Kevin Owens looks depressed. He looks like he don't want to be there. He looks like he ate AJ Styles and Baron Corbin backstage. Anyway, he ends up going. He's sad. Baron Corbin comes out. He's a badass. BC, the lone wolf. I don't know. He comes out, so that's cool. And then he has his Money in the Bank briefcase. And then we have our champion, AJ, the phenomenal one. AJ won. Spoiler alert, because he's the new United States champion why would he lose? I think it's very, very a rare occasion where you win a championship, the next day you lose, and then you win it back. It's a very, very complicated thing. It was a short match, and it wasn't the best match. It had good moments, it had good intentions, but it was so quick. I mean, AJ, it was quick. It was like less than 10 minutes of a match. And it was really slow. Baron had a few good moves. AJ pinned Baron. And I'm like, where was this at Money in the Bank? Like, y'all were at each other's throats. And then here at a house show, you guys defeat each other super easily. I know you gotta climb the ladder and stuff, but here, you know, I mean, you guys knocked each other out so quickly. What's going on? You know what I mean? So, AJ won. And that's it. That's really all I can say. Kevin Owens didn't do much at all. Again, he was lazy. His character was lazy, I'm saying, didn't do much. And Baron, again, was the one that really did most of the... Baron and AJ were the ones that did most of the fighting. Anyway, I'm going to end up giving this match, a 2 out of a 5. It was mediocre at most, but it's still awesome to see them in the ring and up close. So, again, really no complaints here. Because Shinsuke and Dolph again was the best match out of the night. Thank you guys so much for watching. For those who end up watching, I really do appreciate it. Make sure to check out my reviews for Money in the Bank and Great Balls of Fire within the next few days. It will be on the channel, I promise that. I'll see you guys later, and we'll do more WWE stuff for sure. Thank you, WWE, for coming to my city. I know no one's going to watch it who works at WWE, but the best, you know, I don't know if there's Vince hires one person to look at what are they saying about the company. He's not going to take advice, but he's like, do I need to sue them? You do not need to sue me. I pay you a lot of good money, Vince. I pay you a lot of good money. Thanks for coming again, WWE, and showing love to South Texas, even though sometimes we don't show the love back. I show the love back. Some of those damn kids, those inbreds, don't show you love. I feel like doing a Bray Wyatt voice when I talk about WWE. Thank you guys again. I really appreciate it. Like, comment, share. Hit the subscribe button. If you didn't like it, go ahead, dislike, or leave, or whatever. I appreciate you guys so much. Till next time. Bye-bye.